Yeah, yes, our viewers, we are back live on air. Sorry for the inconvenience that we have caused. We are supposed to have this show earlier today in the afternoon, but because of some other unavoidable circumstances, we have not been able to have it. So we are back on air, and we are having for this particular show this gentleman sitting by my side here. So we are going to ask him and introduce himself. So how are you?
Fine, and you?
You're most welcome to this show on Information is Power Online News Broadcasting Channel. And they would like to know from you who are you and where are you from, and tell us your position and your agenda.
Thank you. My name is Ezama Mizamil. I am a businessman. I am chairman of Aringa Arua community, elected last year around June, July. I've been in the office for almost 10 months. And this evening, we feel we should give information about the association we have to the public and also to the members of Aringa community who had expressed their interest in making sure that the Aringa community of Arua should be united and they should participate in productive activities like business and the other leaderships in the government. And recently, when I was elected, there were a lot of demands which they have pushed, and they wanted us to make sure that we must have an operational office. We must bring all the Aringa members within this town together so that they engage in productive activities. That is briefly what I can tell. Yeah.
So tell us how you people have come up with that decision and where you picked it from, especially when you were elected last year in July 2024.
Thank you. This association started as early 1998 by our grandfathers and other uh, uh, brothers who thought it wisely that when you come together and have a common understanding and you sit to agree on specific issues, it is very important because uh, issues of challenges in a community, when they come, you need to come together and unite yourself to confront them and support each other. So according to their wisdom, that if this association was formulated then, other business-related challenges would be easily overcome. And even issues of politics and so on featured in their agenda by then. And because of the level of unity they had, they were able to successfully do business in this town. Others have developed part of the town. You realize people like late Babu Gibo, the current Muzee Hussein Chuaz, and late Gules, and so on. Very many others. Even the former mayor called Okutis and so on. These people were very united. They gave a very good name for Aringa community, not by exhibiting discipline, but they respect other communities. They related very well in terms of business, politics, even other, social activities. Because of that, they were able to carry this association up to around the 2025, 26, 2006 and 2007 there. Then there the leadership also changed. These ones posted it until last year, and it was the wisdom of uh, the members of the association that at least a person of my caliber should be elected and lead the association. For us, when we came to the office, we realized these people had a very good constitution. They had a very good and nice work plan, strategic work plan. Only that there was a lack of cohesion somewhere in the leadership, between the leadership and the members, because mobilization was not enough. So we saw it prudent enough if we can start it from where they left it and reorganize the members of the association. And we have at the office, we register more members, we engage in productive activities in the names of the association. Eventually, this association will grow and it will take the members to another level. So, since we were still 1 year, we have been organizing series of executive meetings. The executive thought it wise to now uh, engage the members for an extraordinary general meeting, which is due to take place very soon, and that will be on 31st of this month, which is on Sunday at Arua Islamic Primary School. Therefore, we said no. We need to alert the public. We need to tell the public and the members of the association that look, this association has a very important objectives. If we follow them, it can change the lives of the members. It can take the members to a certain level. It can take the organization to bigger exposures. So, because of that, we now are trying to invite all the members to come on Sunday and 31st to discuss and assess the progress of the organization. We also need to give them a progress report and accountability. Since we took the office, how far we have reached, what have we so far done, how did we get the organization, and what are our, what is our vision for this organization, how far are we going to take it, and so on, so that the members can be propelled into, giving support to the organization, so that eventually in future the organization can also support them. Yes.
So tell us, when you came in, what were the challenges that you identified and were affecting the previous leadership in the past, and how you are going to work on them to make sure that your current your leadership with the current leaders who are in the system are able to make some strides in the coming years to come.
First of all, before reaching the challenges, we have also some achievements. One of the achievements that we found the organization they already registered the constitution since 2012. It's a period of 13 years, and this is the constitution of the association. It's a very simple and organized kind of a constitution. Everyone is able to read and understand the content. If you are given, you will go through it and you will also appreciate it. That's one of the achievements. Two, the office bearers then have not misguided the members. The members have still the zeal and the willingness to support and join the what the association. We treat it as an achievement, because there are some associations they may not even reach 2 years, but this one has gone as far as 20 years. If you start counting since it started around 98, it is even more than 25 years, coming to 30. Now, since it was full registered, it is more than 13 to 14 years, meaning that these people have left a very good legacy. They have done their part, um, and we really need to give more strength to the leadership, to the members, so that whatever they have been doing should be taken to another level. One of the achievements so far was that these people used to, be in leadership. In all types of the leadership, you realize 1, 2, 3 people are there, whether it is being cultural, whether it is being political, whether it is religiously, they participate. It gave them a lot of strength and even exposure. So we don't want to undermine what they have done. It was a very big achievement to the organization. But coming to the side of the challenge, we realize the challenge uh, 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 we encountered with the organization is that members, there was a lot of laxity, a bit of laxity when the former leaders realized their term of office had expired. They started now pulling back because now, the term of the office was 5 years, and these people did almost more than 2 terms, so elections were not organized. They felt what they were doing was not at the will of the people because the period for the office bearers had already expired. They are supposed to now hand over to the new team. So because of that, they had now over relaxed. They didn't now keep on mobilizing people and even, give information about the organization. So many people had already slowed down the progress of the organization or the association. Two, there was a bit of financial constraint because one of the sources of income was only the membership fee and the membership fee and what and we had the members fee subscription. There were some small things they were doing contribution at the will of the people. Now people cannot keep on supporting the organization with a little source of income they have. There is certain extent they expect now organization to also support them. So this was not the case now, which had caused a bit of a gap between now the leadership and the members. There was also uh, issue of the youth thinking that the association was only for elderly people, so they distanced themselves. So now calling them back was not any easy thing. We needed to now emphasize on the objectives of the organization and also giving them the insight of the constitution. What are the some of the articles in the association that could give them hopes, you know. So these were the some of the challenges we have been facing. But and even the office, the former office was closed because of, I think, challenges with the finances and so on. Which currently now we have revamped the new office. We opened an office around Silver, former Apex hall, conference hall, which every member of the association can access anytime. We are able to even get some secretariat members who can sit in the office and also to keep on recording, receiving audiences and so on. People who can take minutes in case of any like secretary sits at times in the office receiving people information and also disseminate this information to the members of the association. We also have acquired some computers. We have now a computer and printers which can support the activities of the organization and so on. So we are seeing steady progress in the association. Only that it is not yet enough because in this city or in this town, and the communities are over in the center are over 40,000. Let him see even over 60,000. That is a bit of the data we have. Now, if we have members who are registered below 1,000, meaning that there are still a lot. It is not at even 10% of what the population we have. So, but they are willing, even they come in good numbers to attend meetings, but only that few have got a membership fee, which they have paid and they were issued receipts and so on. Meaning that we still have more effort to be put so that more people can what? Can join the association. Yes.
When you look at such associations, in some situations, they tend to help more. They tend to help people more culturally than socially. Like socially can be, let's say, when it comes to issues of gender and so on, they we have the youth factor and so on. So does the association have some plans for the youth, since the youth are the majority in this country?
We have, it's gender sensitive. First of all, we realize of late youths are in good numbers. Actually, when we conducted the elections, we realized youths were so many. Women are also there, elders are there. I think by the time of election, during that time you were present, you saw the number of the youth and even women and elder people. So it is a collective responsibility of all the stakeholders of the association to really come together to support the association. We have plans. We have strategic work plan for 5 years where we want to put a commercial nursery seedlings to empower the association by raising some funds so that we can start supporting the youth who are vulnerable, who cannot acquire books. We can buy for them books. What we have not planned in this short term is giving them school fees. But these pet things like pens, books, and so on is already in our plan. Then too, we are also going to conduct trainings for the youth, mindset change and so on, those kind of things, skills in carpentry and joinery, bricklaying, concrete and bricklaying, welding and so on. These are all issues we have put in plan. We also want to bring activities of games and sports. We want to bring in football, which will eventually be the activities for the youth, opening a club in the names of the association so that more youths can join the association and exercise their talents so that we can identify good talents out of them, eventually which we can market outside and some people can get opportunity to, go to also, you know, to earn income in near future. So those plans are all there. For the case of women who want to bring knitting, these issues of tailoring and so on, you know, we want to even send some talented youths who do not have the school fees and so on to do trainings and even others go for driving. We have very good plans, only that maybe resources can limit us. But we are hopeful that if you are united, when we put our heads together, there is a hope, there is a possibility good things can come out of this association. We don't only look at empowering ourselves by maybe getting money out of this. No, we want to look at the substance, the talents in the youth, eh? Girls, boys, and even women. Eh? How do we also even empower the old people? You know, those kind of things.
Okay.
These are what we are planning for the association for the meantime.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Our viewers, you are still watching Information is Power Online News Publication Channel, and I'm here with Mr. Ezama, Mizamil, who is the chairperson for Arua in the community, and he was elected last year in July 2024. He works with his vice and the other executive members who were also elected last year. So we are here having extensive discussion in this particular show about Arua in the community, who they are and what they intend to do for our community. So when you talk about such kind of situation, sometimes when politics comes in, it starts to divert and deviate issues. And now that we're in a political period, tell us, does the association has a constitution which governs itself from political manipulations or interference, like some people wanting to maybe use the association to let's say maybe to campaign for them or something of that sort. So, so for that some
Okay,
light.
first of all, uh, the association, the constitution is very clear. Every member of the association has a right to choose a leader who his or her choice, and it is mandatory. It is it's a constitutional right of all the members to participate in electoral process. Only that what we didn't allow is the leadership to divert the attention of the members forcefully into the direction that he wants. That is not right. by consensus, by setting, by agreeing, uh, those things can always come in any association. To say that let's go towards one direction so that our members are not divided. But what we do not want is outsiders to infiltrate the association because of their self-interest, to misuse, to misguide our members so that they cause commotion, they cause disruption in the plans of the association. That one we are going to confront and face the people who are doing that heads on. For us who are the leaders, the forefront at the top as executive leaders, none of us has picked interest to contest, even me. As the members, they are all aware that I have formally contested in the mayorship as a division mayor of Central Division. I managed to come as a flag bearer of this Central Division, but I lost in finals. But this year, I am not contesting. I am not contesting not because the organization has refused me to contest, but I did not intend this time to what? To contest. And I don't want also divert the objectives of the association into issues of politics. We are focused. We are very consistent in what we are doing. We don't want mix the politics with the objectives of the association, but politics is it's a right of each and everyone. Members can go into campaigns and so on when it is right time to choose their leaders. But what we emphasize on is the conscious discipline. We don't want the image of the organization to be tilted to the extent they will say the leadership does not advise or guide members on how to behave. That one will damage the image of the association. What we want to see is that even our youths who have been involved in dubious activities, we are trying to make sure that we give them strategic direction on what to do. Even during the campaign, there are tendencies people get to overdrunk themselves. You realize someone is drunk and he doesn't know himself. He does a lot of insults, fights, and so on, which in turn will come, the complaint comes to the leadership. You see, that one we are trying to minimize it as much as possible. We also want to link the association with the leadership of the city. For example, the former RCC was aware, the former leadership, together with the new leadership, were able to go and meet with the leadership of the city to do a full introduction, and even documents were handed over to the RCC to make sure that our members are well known, the leadership of the association is well known. And then, if in case of any challenges or misbehaviors in the city that is trying to damage the image of the association deserves the right to go and also make a consensus discussion with the leadership of the city and even the security people to make sure that any issue which is coming to jeopardize the activities of the association are really minimized. You see, so we are not so worried. We are competent to handle any anomalies that will arise during the political period. And also, we also encourage all the politicians not to fear the leadership or to fear any member of the association, to approach him or her to discuss any political matter, because it is their right. You can come, you meet them, only that you discuss issues which will not affect the growth of the association. If you have any positive discussion, any developmental issues, and so on, we welcome you. We are ready to sit with you and discuss to see the success of the association and even the entire community. And secondly, we also want the association to relate very well with the other sister associations. I hope in this town you realize there are associations of the Nubian community, associations of Terego, association of Maracha, association of Aivu, and so on. These associations are meant to make sure that the different communities are able to come and share and stay in harmony. It is not to create, divisions, in the city. It is to model, each one models its members to make sure that they can coexist with others. Those are main objectives of the association. Yes.
So, let's say in summary, you are saying that the association doesn't allow issues of politicking, and the let's say politicians come into the association to say that you start to campaign for me and strategize and so on. And
We
it's not and it's also in the constitution of the association.
what the constitution says that everyone has a right to what, to go for easy political processes. But what it does not allow is a partisan politics.
For that person to
Yes,
start to
to
criticize the
the
association.
association, and you come, you say, I don't want anyone to support this party, to support this. That one is not there, because we do not specifically say that the association members should belong to this party. No, because each and everyone has a right at his home to choose the leader he wants. So we are only emphasizing on damaging the image of the association by saying that the association is for this person, for a specific person. All these association members are for specific party. That one, we don't want to go into that, because each and everyone has his political rights. You
So
get?
you mean what the association permits is if you have a candidate of your choice at any let's say in any position, it should be like let's say in secret ballot. You just keep it yourself.
You keep it for yourself, and at an appropriate time, of course, as a member of the city, you will see a candidate. You can equal also support that candidate. We don't stop you, but we don't want issues that will damage the image of the association, saying that you go to a candidate to ask for money in the names of the association. You go to the party asking
Or
for
to say
money.
that you want the association to start to campaign for them.
For campaigning for them. That one, anything, if it is in the names of the association, it is on consensus, and the consensus it is done by the leadership, which
And
eventually the
leader.
leadership will take to the what? Will take to the annual general assembly, where the sample members are actually the bosses of the leaders. You see, the leaders leads the organization, but the organization belongs to the members. We are only the custodian of the what? Of the association. The leadership, that's why leadership, anytime it can change. I can try to help the association for a certain period of time, but with the time, the leadership will also change. We shall also support that leadership. Therefore, what we are saying, for the meantime, we don't want a partisan politics where someone will say that, we are all for so and so, or we are all for this person. That one, we have totally discouraged it, because it is going to bring a very big fight which can easily destroy the association.
So,
And it's also a caution for some other candidates. There are few candidates who have started seeing bit of they send their agents trying to infiltrate. Be very careful in doing that. For us, we are very stable. We have not gone to beg for money from anyone. We know how to manage the activities of our association. There was a time even during the election, to the extent some people went and sat somewhere with some politicians trying to put the leadership. You get?
During the party structure election, the rest of the company,
Yeah. Now during the party whatever, others try to make phone calls to see how the association can support them and so on.
candidates.
Now, since this was internal NRM democratic process, we didn't want to liaise with a specific person. We give privilege for any person to go and try easy or hard, and the people were able to exercise their chances and their rights. That's why you have never seen the name of the association has come, either the leadership that so and so had either maybe had fought me and so on. So we came out very clean. Now we are trying to exhibit maximum discipline, and want to also respect the views of others in exercising their rights in issues of politics. But our focus here mainly is that we want to tell the members that this is your association. You only gave us to manage it, or to be the custodian of it, so that the future leaders will also come out of this association and they will also continue leading. So we request everyone to impress and support the leadership and make sure that on 31st of this month, let's come. The issues we shall be discussing there, we cannot now put them into this discussion. It will be for those, for the benefit of those who will be coming and attend the meeting. We expect all the clans of Aringa community, Gojuru, Yumbe, Piaggio, Acholi, Gaya, Urobe, all the ones you know. I may not mention. There are so many. You come and see the progress of the association, come and speak your mind, come and give advice to the leadership, how you expect it to progress. Don't be worried, don't fear, don't, someone should tell you, no, I'm not going there because when they were electing the leadership, I was not there. Don't expect 60 people to come, 60,000 people to come and vote the leadership. It is even in the general election, you realize the Ugandans, there are 45 million people. By the time the registered voters, there are 20,000. The ones who turn for voting can even be 10 million people. I mean, Uganda is 45 million people. They can register 15 million or 20 million people. People who will be turning for votes are 10. But these ones now represent the entire you get population. So the election were done very successful. People turn more than 200 to 300 people, and they exercised their mandate. They voted us in. We also need to give them what they had assigned us to do by giving you information, by giving you accountability, by giving you our strategic work plan, so that you can eventually maybe advise and put your input there, so that you see the success of this association. This association can help you in so many things, can mobilize for other things, can mobilize to at your will to do what you wish it should do. Come and support this association. Yes.
Now, the big question, you've talked about the political aspect of it, and if someone tries to bring in that political company, you have already talked about it. Now, the big question is there a punishment if uh, someone disobeys that policy?
We don't punish people by what? By caning them,
Or dismissing them
or dismissing them from association. But you see, people can be very skeptical in giving you also leadership, because if you behave very well, people can entrust you with some responsibilities, with some roles in the association. But if you misbehave, if you exhibit bad character, there is a possibility people can also avoid you. People can be very skeptical in sharing information. Association can also have informations which are internal, which may not be released out before the right time. So now, if you rush and give this information out, people may not be happy. So eventually, you will be disliked in the association. So there are also procedures for expelling some members in the association, which we may not discuss it here. It is in during the AGM, when people see that what you have done is beyond. Even members can expel me if I go beyond, if I misbehave. There are certain behaviors which cannot allow me to take the leadership. In case it happens, people have right to say that you sit down. So eventually, even equally, members of the association can also be expelled. The annual general meeting can decide so and so ceases to be a member of the what? Members of the association. So therefore, we are equally the community members of this association, and even the community member of the city, whereby we have also right, if any member of the association feels he wants to contest, he will contest. That right, yeah, political position is his right. We cannot stop, and we can also support if his manifesto can lead this city, or can lead this town, can lead any council, or can lead one of the any village or parish. We shall support that person depending on the vision the person is having. But if you do not have that maturity in leadership, you do not know how to articulate issues, how to give people, a vision of your, leadership, then people can also refuse you. Even a Aringa community can say that we are not going to what? Support you, because you still do not have that information to lead people. So therefore, the leadership aspect, there are so many people who are even contesting in the positions of the council. I've realized even others in mayorship and so on. There are people are still doing consultative, done a concrete resolution that let's descend on so and so, we support him or we give him the what? Votes. From MP it is the same, mayorship the same, councillors the same. But eventually, each and everyone will have a way on a specific person that I want to support so and so because of his, ideas, developmental, plans, uh, because of the strategic, and so on. So this time will come, not now. The right time will come. We shall also somehow give a strategic direction. There are some people who believe in us. They even call us. They come to us. This is chairman. What should be done? Which direction are we taking? Said, please, first wait. People are for consultation. You realize you want to support this person, but the person may not nominate. Are you seeing that? So let's give people time. We should not even keep on punching a lot of confusions in the brains of people.
Well, talking about the leadership of the session, how long does the tenure for the person who holds any position session hold? Is it like, let's say, 5 years?
It's 5 years. It has been 5 years, and ours will also be 5 years. We cannot amend this constitution.
So
That area of the term of office.
So after the 5 years, does it allow you to seek, or the people to seek for election?
It is allowed. I think it is 2 terms. There is a limit.
Mandatory is 2 terms.
It is 2 terms.
But when you just held for 1 term, which is 5 years, and when the elections come, people vote you out.
Of course, after every 5 years, they organize elections. It does not stop you from contesting. You will stand when people see that you have worked the first term had gone very well, and they are interested in the leadership. They will still give you that opportunity. But after that, no, you will not contest unless if there is a future amendment. That's the position of the constitution. Yes.
So tell us about the membership. How many people does the association have? Which areas does it cover? Is it the entire Arua city, or beyond?
We put both for Arua city and the Arua district, because some of our members who even registered some time back here, their area of residency fall under Arua district. Even me myself, my home, one of the home is in Arua district, and the other one is in Arua city. So most members are, others in the city, others that side. So we have mutually agreed that since initially it was Arua district, Aringa Arua district community association, now the city came and found the association was there. So eventually the city falls within the whatever. So it is both for the city and the district. So we have so many members who have attended our meetings from Arua city and equal from Arua district. So right now, the registered members who are fully paid up members are below 500 members. But the ones who have come always to attend the meetings, they have not registered, are even more than 1,000. So meaning that the limitation is about the registration of that mandatory fee of 10,000. Then the subscription
and is that 10,000 just set average, like average for everyone?
It is a uniform. It is a uniform. You pay 10,000, you are a member. Only 10,000. Then there is the subscription annual, which is 1,000 per month. In a year, which is 12,000. So we didn't want to overburden them. That's why the association, the wisdom of the former people, they put 12,000 subscription, which you pay annual, but monthly you can bring it to 1,000. and you register it with the secretary. Then the treasurer will issue a receipt. You go with your receipt. Then we have introduced a plastic ID for members. You can buy it at 5,000, which will support the association, and which will also for your identity to know that you are a member of the association. Then we are introducing. We started printing T-shirts, which of course is at 30,000. You buy it and put it on to which will also give a pride to the association. It is to promote and support, to empower the association, so that some of the small activities can be done. We have got an office space which will run for 5 years. It's fully paid for 5 years. It's already paid for 5 years.
You paid as an assistant, or so you
Some well wishers labored and they paid it for 5 years, meaning that all the period of time we are going to serve, the office rent is being paid. Now, what we have even got some furniture with also one laptop. What is only lacking may be printing papers and so on, and the other things to maintain the office, because we needed to get someone who sits there, and also office cleaner. At the end of a month, maybe we can give this person like 100,000, something like that. So small monies which people will be contributing shall help in supporting and managing the affairs of the association. Yes.
talking about the scope of the membership. You said Arua City and the Arua district, and they would like to know from you if Aringa community has another association, let's say maybe abroad, like let's say America or Europe, and if not, does
We
current association
we have even
plan to
members who
extend?
are outside. I want to give you an example. People like Bugarati, who have been calling me every other time. They are members. Eh? They are members. They are big people. Even our brother, this one, Aita Joel, who has also been supporting the association, Abib Tibrichus, and so on. They are big people. Even members like Wahid, lecturer in Lemoni University, and so on. Salim Haddad, who is also a lawyer of the association, and so on. We have competent big people, even the businessmen who are seen, Hopeways, and so on. They are members. You get? Others are in Kampala and so on. So the association members are people who are very credible, whom we can rely on, reputable, and so on. Very strong businessmen of Aringa community are here. The families of Babu Gibo, who have been supporting this association very well, Hussein Chuaz, and so on. These are people who have reputation in this town, if they have been the members. Even others are the ones electing us. People like Hussein Chua, during our election, they were there. They are the ones even standing and saying, "You be there." You get. So, in case of any small whatever, we consult them. They always guide us on what to do and so on. So the scope is so big. People
So
from
meaning,
diaspora
meaning,
are there.
meaning you have the plans to extend this one
Mm.
up to Europe or USA.
That possibility is already there. We have even conducted some people uh, who guided us. They said during, because before this year ends, we are going to organize Aringa Day. They promised to come, and we are going to have a strategic meeting with them to see how this one will expand and how they will start supporting the association. They are willing to support. That's why they want to come. They want us to have Aringa Day, so that they will come and talk to people and see also what we have been doing, so that eventually, very many people will join. At times, someone will hear, "Hey, I have had an association in Aringa, I am Aringa. Let him first go and see. If he sees that the good things are happening, he will pick interest and start supporting the association, and he will not fear to declare himself as a
As a member
member of Aringa. They are also some challenges where someone is Aringa, but he doesn't want to show up like one. You get? So these are there, but we don't
Meaning
disregard them. We
some will-
expect them to be, we give them time. The right time will come. They will always come.
Meaning you
Uh,
plan to
mm.
have people from Aringa to have that pride in them to
Aha.
easily identify themselves
Yes.
in the public that
You
when
see,
Aringa person by tribe and so on.
We have so many people who have made our tribe very, very proud. You get people like
In the political, not only political,
no,
but also
not even
social
only
history
political,
of
even
Uganda.
social. I want to give you an example. This guy, our brother who died here. Did you see his funeral? Ago. He's a footballer.
Yeah, he was a footballer.
Tell me that the age of that boy. Tell the population that attended his burial. You get?
It was enormous.
Very enormous. You get? Now, why should we not be very proud of our tribe? We are also in leadership, both in the central government, both in local government.
And
Others
also
are
the
also in
NGO
the sort of position in the NGOs and so on. And if you look at the population of Aringa community, from here even up to Yumbe, is close to 1 million. Why are we not proud? 1 million population is equivalent of almost 5 districts compared to, if you look at the population of other districts, you realize a district has either 180,000 people,
True.
others are 200.
And if you look at the recently released
Yubo's
census
report.
it said that
Eh?
the population of people in West Nile region is
Is
around 3 million plus.
3.9.
So meaning
40%. Eh?
not even
Eh?
photo, maybe
Yes.
around
Close to
45 plus there
yes. Is from Yumbe.
from
Okay.
alone.
Now we are very proud the population is big, and if we were united and if we had put our minds together, for example, there are Aringas in Ubongi, very many. There are Aringas in Koboko, very many. There are Aringas in Arua City, very many. Even in Ajuman, in Moyo. That's why if you look at the leadership, even in Ajuman, I mean in Ubongi, you realize Aringas are there, both the woman MP and the what?
The LC5
The LC5 chairperson. If you come to Yumbe, those are all our leaders there are within our community. Even a few are also in Arua City. So we are proud of our tribe, and we really encourage them to be united and also to relate very well with other tribes, so that coexisting in harmony, also in leading when you have conscious discipline. It gives also pride to the association. You should not misuse the population by being so arrogant, by doing dubious things, bad things.
Maybe it portrays some sort of bad, let's say, tribal image.
That one, we discourage it. We want to
You just have
coexist.
to identify yourself by
Very good.
that community, but doing other things that are beyond that.
You see, for example, at the business area, if you become so tribal, when you have a shop, do you only collect the money from a person who is earning? That is total stupidity. So we only identify ourselves because we feel if there is a problem between us and some tribe,
people.
we can be able to sit and say, "You man, what you are doing is very bad." Much as you are a member of our community, we don't expect you to exercise such kind of behavior against other, other people's tribe, which we keep on emphasizing to them for us to clean our image, to be really socially clean. We must impress staying together with other, tribes. You get?
Talking about the membership criteria of the
Yes.
association, how do you register people? Do you approach, like you go to one district and you start going from office to office and say, yeah, we have our brothers or sisters working here and we are here to sell our association that this is a community and therefore it should be able to join, or you just leave it there and they join at will?
People have been joining mostly at will, but it is also within it is our duty to also welcome them, to market the association, to call them, to share with them the objectives and the aims and objectives of the association, so that those who have impressed it will join at the will. Then two, uh, marketing it is also by calling them to come. And these are the two methods we have been using. At times when we have such a show, and either when we have an opportunity to share interviews with the other people, then they learn about it. Those who do not know will always also what? They come. And because of the limit of the jurisdiction, we have not gone physically to invite
other
people to other districts, because for the meantime our jurisdiction is for Arua district and the Arua city. When we are invited to attend functions, like recently when I was called to attend a cultural gala in Yumbe, I was given a very warm reception, and people were very happy. And we also mobilized the resources in Yumbe.
We are there and we extensively covered that cultural gala, which was the first of its kind
Yes.
in the cultural history
of Yumbe. Actually, let him say Aringa.
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did it. It was so wonders, and still very many people are calling. They said, why can't you extend this one? I said, no. The constitution does not allow me to extend. But if you happens to come to Arua at will, you can register and say, I'm a member, because you are Aringa. But you will register you here. We cannot go and register you in Yumbe. That one will be, going beyond the confines of the what? Of the association. So we don't want to go beyond that. But for the meantime, our population here is huge enough to propel this organization to a better position. And two, we realize some people used to think this is a cultural association. It is not cultural association. Association, its nature is an association. Whether you are a culture, you have a culture within Aringa, you can still be a member of the association. You do business, you are a member. You are a politician, you can still be a member, because the aims and objectives are very clear. Anything can affect you that needs a support of the Aringa community, they will jointly come and support you. You get? It does not segregate to say that it is only for traditional, or it is for those who are for government, or it is for business community. No, it is for general. So we encourage people to really come and come and appreciate what we have by checking the office, by getting more information. When you come, you sit, you ask 1, 2, 3 questions, so that people can give you the insights of the plans of the association. Then, if you have any advice to give, we all welcome. Because we are human beings, we have also weaknesses. We expect you to tell us our weaknesses, so that it can also boost our zeal to do the work. We can correct where we have gone wrong. Those are the reasons we feel we should come on air and give people information on this. And lastly, to make sure that people should not fail to attend the what? That meeting on 31st. You come, people come in good numbers. You can come as a family, you can come as your clan. Within Aringa, we have so many clans. Aringa has a clan over 180 clans, different clans like Yumbe, Piaggio, Acholi, Gaya, Romogi, those kind of clans. Uluba, and so there are so many. I cannot mention all of them because I don't keep them often, but they are there. You come as that small association of the family of the clan. You come and advise the leadership to see how the leadership can propel the organization to a bigger stage, so that it will have impact to your children, to your children's children in future. Because we got it from our granddaddies. If you come from 1998, is it got me in P4? Around there. I think it was in P4 or P3. But now, I was able to get it, and today I am the leader. But in 5 years' time, I will also leave it, and I can also hand over to other people in future. So we don't want to mishandle the association. We don't want to also feel that when people point our mistakes, we now avoid the stress. No,
Oh, you take personal and start to say
we
that
take it personal. We attack you.
can't.
No. Come and say that harm A, B, C, D is wrong. We want you to change here. We Sally adjust. And don't also intend to come to correct so that we go to a wrong direction. You come with a genuine, come with a genuine and in a good faith, and we shall also vet that this advice is bad or it is
Okay.
right. Yes.
Yeah, our viewers, we've so far gone live for 55 minutes, and we actually plan to have this show just for 1 hour. And we are left with some few minutes to click to that 1 hour.
Yes.
And we have two more issues to ask the chairperson of the session so that he can be able to give more insights about the session. So you when we asked you earlier on, especially about the issues of the youth, you gave lengthy explanation. So I want to know from you, what does the session have in plans or intends to have in plan for the elderly, and also that category of people who are not elders, who are not youth, but they are just in between there. So does the session have such kind of plans at the moment for them, or if it doesn't, what is it planning to do?
First of all, uh, association is general for mature people. Then it co-opted the young people because initially they used to think it is only for elderly people. So any mature person above age of 18, we treat him as a member because we don't want to register juvenile. These children under 16, under what, we still think that these are pupil, they can still be in primary or in secondary, they are committed to for their studies. But at the moment you are above 18, you're already a mature person who can know what is right or and what is wrong. So we don't want to really segregate. All opportunities for all these categories of people are there in the organization. Examples, when it comes to issues of training, we train youths and women who are doing business. Then youths who can do technical skills. Then for the elderly people, we can advocate for them to have an opportunity to get things like when someone is so elderly and he doesn't have maybe children who can caretake him, who can support him. Organization can take such elderly people and support them. With the issues of maybe giving them in future sugar, support
Some
them, items to support them,
for livelihood,
for livelihood support
so
and so
you
on.
mean the session is having such in plan?
In plan, yes. We by the way, we had reached an extent when we got our former leaders. They had brought consultants from Gulu who trained the people. They had started the transiting towards putting also something like uh, uh, a, let me say, a non-governmental organization that is aiming at also empowering people, either financial, material, by writing projects. You get, you can have an association. You can also create, besides the association, an organization to lobby for funds and resources. You get that one. When members are good, that one is possible. So those plans are there. There are committees, technical committee, which we have formed to give a strategic guideline on how the organization could grow, financially, socially, and so on, even politically. So these people, because of security issues, we have not disclosed them, but these are highly technical people. Others are not even within. They give us strategic, guidance on what to do. So we believe in them, and eventually this organization has a very bright future. It's a promising organization. One of our strengths is the population of Aringa community, where the number is big. The second potential is that most of our people are now educated. Eh? We have PhD holders who are members in this association. Masters degrees, they are there. the bachelor's degrees are there, diplomas are there, and the others at the average level are all there. We don't get worried. We also have people who can link this association to other levels in the government. They are there. Eh? Only that the consensus to agree on what to do is still coming. You know, when you are still mobilizing, building, there are certain things you don't do 10 things at a go. You move one step another, one step after another, one step after another. So we are at the right track. I want to assure the members that don't be worried. The association is at the right track. We have love for our association. We love our community. And the Aringas love themselves, I want to tell you. One, they love themselves. They are very strong. They don't undermine themselves. Their capacity is there. But they are also loving people. That's why you see them giving support to other tribes in terms of when it comes to election. What they know is a person. And other social issues at the funeral. You say you guys can go at your burial more than 1,000. They don't look for favor, but they go willingly and support you at the funeral and burial place. Even in a wedding, you realize that you guys can go even 1,000 and plus. You may think the person is from their community. It is not. Then again, during the politics, they can even labor their time and support you willingly, massively. Even at times when they see there is a bit of intellectual dwarf in one of their persons within the community, they can leave you and go for the person who is highly educated and who has a vision. They can give that support. Only that the response is always different. You see, the Aringa can support another tribe, but there is a tendency that the other tribe does not support them. They don't take it personal. They leave you. They know that there is maybe these people have a different thing. They will also support you again.
Or maybe the person is just kind of particular tribe is the one that has some issues.
So we don't segregate people. We are so loving passions. We love other tribes and we are ready to relate with them. Even in business, we support any tribe. Equal, other tribes also support us.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you. We have so far hit 1 hour in this show, and we have 2 more issues to put to the chairperson of the session. So you tell us, when they say Aringa is definitely a tribe, and of recent, well, after not of recent, but it has gone for some years. When it comes to the issues of chiefs or kings in the tribe, it's so contentious to the extent that others have reached the extent of dragging themselves to court over who should be the king or the chief. And tell us, since your association, your leadership has taken this direction, is there a vision or a plan to maybe go and start to bring those conflicting clans under the tribe come into a term and they agree that guys, let's leave this issue of fighting ourselves and dragging ourselves to court over who should be our king or who should be our chief, and we need to agree and have a one and common understanding. Do you have it in plan as an association?
First of all, in our association, we treat everyone equal. Whether you belong to the contesting parties who wish to hold the leadership of the culture. The other one says, I want to be the king. The other one says, I'm also a king. Those we treat them, Aringas are people who like leadership. Everyone wants to be almost a leader. You get? But the opportunity lies in the hands of God. We didn't want to tamper with that area at this young age.
Why I put this question to you is sometimes, we know an association is probably not bigger than the tribe, but it is sometimes a child can be able to advise
the elder people,
his father or the mother that, hey, look, the direction you're taking is not the good one.
Why we didn't want to comment much on this is because these people have gone to court. And any matter in the court, when you discuss it, you will attract a lot of illegalities. Because first of all, the court has not pronounced itself. Who is the right person, who is the wrong person.
But
Now,
in
what
terms
we
of
have,
maybe looking for mediation or dialogue.
yeah,
to make sure that
we try to, we attempt to discuss it at our level, but why we stopped it is because the matter has gone very far in court.
the High
If it
Court
was at the don't insult, we don't abuse, because
segregate
we segregate.
that
You
this one
realize
is
the one you
legitimate.
segregate or you have insulted, if the court pronounce that is the legitimate one, then eventually your working relationship will be bad. So we have put that one down. We said no, let's first respect all of them until the court has pronounced itself. And we also encourage them to stay in harmony as they handle their issue in court. When the matter is already in court, you cannot now pick a stick and also start hitting someone when you have already gone where? To court. So that is total unacceptable. We expect them to have respect for themselves, and even to respect also the ordinary common people who are their subjects. You get? That's what we are encouraging them to do.
Okay, thank you so much. There's one issue that I need to put to you before we end this show.
Yes.
Tell us, being in a session, I know sometimes a session also need the support of the government.
Mm.
So, do you have anything like a plan, or have you been able to mobilize, use the session to mobilize the Aringa people in Arua city, Arua district, and back home in the district to embrace government projects?
Yeah, first of all, we have been encouraging members to not to take any government program for granted. First of all, what we expect is any government program that comes, they should take that opportunity possible and register, become a member, they participate so that they can benefit. That's the first thing. Two, any association that deviates from the plans of the government may be sabotaging also the government programs. So we don't disagree with the government totally. We are working together. We will impress all government programs. Some of our members benefited from Imioga, others even benefited from PDM, others even youth livelihood, others even Operation Wealth Creation. So we, in our association, we want to make sure that no person should disregard government programs. Any person should do something that can jeopardize the working relations between the association and the government. Because we know without the government, there's nothing we could do. Because the environment, yes, the environment which is conducive for everyone to express him or herself originates from the what? The government's effort. It is provided by government. So there is no reason in any way that everyone is capable to do without the government. So therefore, we are here because of government, and the association will always need support of government. We shall also support the government at an appropriate time, especially when it comes at the right time. We shall tell people that for the case of the president, this is obvious. It is very obvious because our president has brought a peace, and for the people from Yumbe, most of our elders were veterans, fathers and so on. They worked for NRA, others even up to now, others still working in UPDF, others. So these were former cadres, others are veterans now. Now, because of that, we impress the government because they had told us to work together with the government. No one is going to deviate that direction, because we feel without the government, there is nothing much we can do. For the case of the association, we have agreed mutual that we should not criticize, we should not disagree with the government program. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So,
Thank you.
Lastly, as we come to the end of the show, just in 1 minute, give a message to the public and also to other tribes to other like the Maracha people or the people or the Bura people and so on, so that they could look at you as an example in the other sector.
Thank you so much. Tribes, we have before we conclude, I want to appreciate you so much for giving a lot of support and working in town here with the Aringa community in harmony. Some of you became even friends. Some of you have already started even intermarriages. Others are there, even me myself. My wives, I have two wives. One is Madi, another one is Logre. Meaning that we cannot live without other tribes. So that bond is already natural there. We encourage it to keep on going. We must stay in harmony. And one thing, normally when politics season comes, it people the politicians like it dragging people into things of tribal and so on. Please encourage your association members, you leaders, to desist from that kind of tribal, sentiment and issues that will, jeopardize the working relationship between one tribe and the other. Let's support each other when it comes to issues of sorrow, issues of happiness, and so on. We must support each other. We must consult each other. We must agree mutually on certain things. We sit down and say that the other time you are here, now this time let's give it here. This one gives a very good image of our coexistence in this city. So therefore, we encourage you, those who have listened to my words, if you have a friend who is a Aringa who has not listened to this show, tell him on 31st, we have called a general meeting for Aringa community, which will be in Arua Islamic Primary School, which will start at 9, and we expect it by 1 or 2, the meeting should get done. Uh, so
Okay.
maybe finally we would also put a brief in Lugbar, I don't know, for 2 minutes
You can maybe
summarize these things.
specifically about the upcoming meeting.
Yes, I would for Madika Mamvo Pika Mate Pika Amareba de Mafu Ijon Association and Madi Amanove Acha Diga Acha the Association Aringa Arua District Arua City ni Amani Ama Ate Piko Durabanende Doni ba mari dopi later no gorondo ba dopi afa muze doka ba madi afa babu gibo ba mado karendu babu sene chua ramandane amaku bando ndo sken dokiru kota e baki donda mande situation di konda amazavule lero sa zoro asko fenda unity ngade chao koro amajanda mechielo akosijo made ngade keza iro to town gada va suro zirebe mudon vele akorojanda fela moje da bejo nepchelaro wava baro lepsana laro so situation ba delay dovaro ja ini pere andra idemu ijoze ga ludu fe di madrid ido situation ba leadership ife madi chairman ro amadu kazirka be secretary chi vice secretary chi treasurer chi ba zira be ba diki ajike sira leke zinga o avasi ichoto ndo iju imide ringa diki kan komade ringa diki abiki dichelo biki ba duki ki asko association la amaza koduga association la amaza kodra mechelo ba zenvele chomo mandieko ba zenvele chomo song isoma isekelega ko amuja dongo vutu ida amaza kuju de musu drani amada di duki gboro amaijo lagara zako ijo diva muso ikone amava dichelo mava ikode zako ijo diva du suro zigare endre Isaac Zaro ya drani amava dichida amaki mo mepe association ro amaki va mujo suro zida de zako wala berotere gobe marcha be do be amava baraka zako kiva jova mariga kiva sa mazako aya ko lava felanje modi school la pradiki azir ga diva teacher lo amachova si cho ma request ba government di jodola anje modi school la pradiki le to ko keza busukezi wo kaniko amachoto ba senjezi o ngbo ko school la do ibani fees la do yudiki amachoto ba ki iban training aziki first skills ni azezi carpenter ni welding ni jo singa ni ngon ka amachoba ki fe ki ve training ra ezonjiro bana machoko saloon ni ngon ki fe amachoto bo ko bana kile zikin do project zikin do injos baru suara war chobe ban ka project ki fe do no al futuro lo la ki su duru ko nyanya ngon kuzi so garara so ako made ma le dara redosi adike amachielo ida domuke amun ve do si jodi si mikidi ale semu imini njela association gara acha do level ngoga ijo mangasa wara dede mina mo peki le jir sirar ki dondo wo ale do immediate advice iju mi cho imi say my guide amata ba si cho advice mi fair man situation pa ba muke ba du si legal ke ba se mu so anda ma mu so re ni la do ama su do ofsira ofsi ba zo fair man ni cho chele to ama ujava ko su computer andra amuso ko ski fan chan cho do redora aya aleta do members kikichi bake meeting gara mingi lakini ba ziri register kero sikiru vugako memu si miru silinga elfu mudrisi aya amin receipt chechi ama treasurer chi ama voda in account to ado si send de bada asi minira medo member aleva mojaba id skida aleva id badu chi plastic kero asi mini medo ado member ito disimuso majwa da dinga ama member baba sumu ama zalako I do the trouble my members who know the police guy and guy. What if I say Mobara leadership of Mujua, a good year design, the Bankela, a matter in your freedom, offered any chances, Dika, a matter of oversea, Ijo and Kijora, Resi, a Mutato meeting as own via Bogoro, meeting among the Suruba, Dileke Piri, Suru, all of our members. A Micho Dogozuru, me chairman, meet the executive of a Mopere, a member, be the Suruga Architiva Mopere, Micho do you belo any. Micho do piazolo deni, micho dule afam, micho dule gea alu deni, micho dule meroba alu deni, micho dule pakao alu deni, gimere alu deni, lange alu deni, suro madiki mingi uluba deni, suro madiki mingi ngasi nyini natiki mingi. Ale koma zimemu namba mingi si. Ijo ziki chicho tatuwa kijora, lakini cho pri kijo afagana kosko sai cho chako. Amakido si sa sujo ziki amakido kijo sa makedo jaga darsi. Emidova question eziki si amazi, amadova konvi, amaba question eziki si mizi, emidova konvi. Midripi e cheche meni. Asko midripi di drabo churu broche niko miduami. Edva drabo idu mi cheniko midripi midumi. Iduji midoni. Alekilo amadrasi alako. Azika adorvedi reni amujake amechelo amaki sedungu vutu. Ichinga richido lusuru sidi. Adro lo madu di lako. Suru madu wesina legara andondo richepe lo kiva siju badum kerke ngarkichi. Ide mo muganda banguka. Ba ichikiro lo. Moda zinga choli gada. Ide we chinga choli badindre. A choli kirichi adro drasiko. Advalo mo kesedusku a choli kirichi ma choli ris. Wa ma choli gada angado. Leta mebe mana do je marki le future badu badringoni. Wo business e madu leta badu kingoni. Oda ni dindela. Businessmen enda madu ambogo. Basa sa madu late waiga keni. Late babugi bokeni. Besra diki nre. Besra ki kegole aviev. Future labele doyu. Licho kegole video dikiro yene adosi. Amachokita ideas eziki. Amachokita ki share. Asko idriga ijoki mingi. Mi ba daro. Mina chado complete mukara. Stage kimini tau. Stage number alo midla number alori. Aunve crisis stage. Stage diga atazaga milezi ngara zile mina edubeo. Mbezi nduba ziliba femine ziku. Mi sende lendo sende dao. Mi edu skulu tu azidao. Mi chota azga treatment medo yangu miche mi tuteko. Stage ra biba piri. Wala mi sende tori ra mi sende kulu. Stage di benda mera. Is in life. Stage number 2. Financial instability. Men rodro sende 12 kal toja bagada dusidao. Ile jersi fenjiki skulu gare ile de senjiki skulu gadao. Ina jinyara dusinya dao kan kondromina nara dusimicho ni mina nengone arko. That stage number eri. Stage number na is financial stability. Mi sende la druchi mina nara lakini mi school fees fera lakini azgatu du kodor dao. Mukosa zi demuru ngalo yana zi diba rulicho gara yana zi chwe tute chopi million lepi to mudira labo. Send that they go kora may go back to stage 1. Indara may go back to stage 1. I am stage number suga. Mi bazukusu stage number suga da they have what is called the financial independence. Agu di hadi iba zide koziko. Ido ata ubangi basende ku uba zibate noko sendi didi chake denra. Ido jiki fe school gara ido ba muruka kichi farm kichi akopre kichi dokane kichi agu dae. The stage number 2 in a life. Mi iritale lecha lagara. Stage number 2 in the financial freedom. Financial freedom ga ba ke zinga mirba choketa do le fu mudri. Ba ke zinga pyramid la mi ba msaro fera ba pirla go pidi jom sara mi fainel chara. That is stage. Ba alagar keta asga ugana gara ke few. Now everyone has to work ba lolu le bangazi ba sa stage daga ide do sebe ba daro ide do ringa bangoti me ringa ba izonga lete rizimi me sesimi madu stage ingoga life madu dama do de gama stage ingoga manamba luga manamba irga manamba naga manamba suga wala manamba toga easy ni misi mero kwa lechem chemero so ale anji banga kezi jo final gama sidori oda aduki social media gada example afado tiktok gada ijoki mingi tiktok ga ba toki ni ne ini jorare ijo mi jotigers ba toki vi mi ne tare ni ijo kurijo mi jotigers asga banda kimi pepa dako because it mi school ozela it kimuchi ba so school midi ba debt size lengo pela ba choni yako lakini sa do mi tinji do mi jodorasi da do sa ba kimi vadu ni jora o kan ku ni jokure now imeja tiktok ayo emese oda ma yeringa ama association to baz kaman se mo baki jola chairman ijo dinga jo type diki ki do mukeko o danga type diki mukeko mata ila amayo ki social media mi promotes your good image not the bad image endara ijo uluni azirga mi jo zijo because of ignorance lakini mi jo zijo because you are so illiterate ila koziko lakini baz laba do la school ku lakini has a wisdom. You know this difference. You are not educated, but you are wise. That is a different thing. But someone is educated, but even he has no wisdom. You get?
So bad.
He is so dull. Ijo di kiki preach ba di ki ba lo ba rom chi. Ale mini scenario zi fe. Ago ozi under Sudanese. Amu kambala ga me mande pede amu kambala gile li free finance. Ile li free finance that very far. Maybe ma 22 to ile li free finance 22 you can say now 22 years ago.
No, 12 years ago.
Ile li free isina ile li free finance. Fle ile li free finance ma mobo amu besera azisi sadaga ma mbiranga ma P6 ga kanda P7 ya de P7 ma to muga sinya wanaga ijozo jamoro yele ma mobo amatetu mate mbesera ga now amu mo kambala andre ijuri ke nondo mate fe man sende mulango iri lador ga mo ngumadi ndosi lado amu lango azisende mingla ga sara sisilingi alf kalsu di to sara si di ambogo amu laru mu alf kalsu di to laga ka tikinji cards mi card we ke tigara ne ke ti dosi runji mi dosi fi jagale we card ra fi jagale lakini man fe jagale nguini achido switch kido ale macha bare bonji ajo baba rija gale chila di light ndete madile chido mauza ba mabeju ne chela bado muki ujo card tamis ke ti do de so da angozo da ti ndeja ba ni mi lo card ra bera to te chiki daro a chiki di so ko modi sara se da ignorance aya moja ba moza bara kidiga ignorance so azirga mi school lara lakini mi to video ne kura feke manudo si chance ringaro me lauda tijozi alo nivako idijozi niku ife min chance ni joda iju ninga ide me babeju ne cherkega ide gaijo nyombe ati di school lara ide oje mi babeju ne kurkega because school ba miso dai school ba miso dau yes ijo niza ba miso dau ide lijo ne easy ide valijo ne imundra wo mimba ba kan ko imba mi ide gaba ze imba ombe agu ijo ne ko mi ojero roda agu la mi jo ne dutu e gava de imba ombe mi roda me expect e ba ni jo wo mimba ba ide ko no these things are there so ndi jori ki komo na made Aringa community gare le ma be ki jorcha wiri position ezi menela mi impose ri ba ki diga ko mi position ezi da do chi mi jo ne imba pia mi position ezi da do chi mi no dini ba dilega ya mi no politician ya minora disi ya minodea position di duidi anjiru sa di jo perko position de asko mungo fede azga sawara sida dudaw mi fil no moro mi fiti groupe kan ko community mi de gara ele ba mi dikilele e fe bani jo mbareki voyu so my expect dosi association de fe manisa si jo nido association de fe manisa amani si rosa kodo association fe manisa amani si chodo zodo ijo iniro yedora ma expecti aringa imemu imi mitango luga imi question izi bazila question onve aya mi la mi ijo chela sa mi question izi dorsi kan ko mi question onve dorsi o baki vo ne tara dinga ijo mke ki duru chela sa mi muto ijo mi ne tere ke vonja do baba nilsi idi richo gale idi bazina advice feko idi riba koda akola dijo zo muka kula aya oda politics sa chabo ama imidi ife dinja community ma de ringa di neko enoda emeko emede emeko mi iga ina mendre adere bazina adere siku ina mende ne de ichoga da rega de gozi baiza subiedi ina mi na jira de za sada siku aringa edendre mi figo onjonji mindre mana laro eminda mana laro wa mata do base ila anguke mako amechike malaro amechiki telo wa gatu va masuro zisi kurala mwati suro anvere be koloro ama aki ba bichiti akobesera arki ngado ijondo ndo riki ngado lakini meringaro role midi importance kan ku papa se dongal ni mo bado me do ringara do yare le ringa busuki mirdara o suro suro busuki va mirdara so tari kalna dalosi ama mitine mbogola to amu veringa ki permitiniga ba zike am zodori chi a mitinu vede ne azidi di chedoli choga jodola adinga leke ba pa to tuma pa ko me bejo di cha to pa politics ga ko adon de musa la fer ma vobi men loara ma chodo su jo du su drega la to pa ko la ko leke no de da dega ma divo daw adon de irame bino kalna da lo sia no do no redenia ijura la mo dora sala adva chara ma vo muruk sala zimidra e kedi ruk madri jo madu ma yude di midri ma se mi le dori aju memu mitiniga amake mure ijo madili choga aringa community dike to imemu amamve mina accountability fe ijo mangasa wardega bordo do imemu question izi ijo malenga diliga lero ke do amado va se mu lole min ijo mangari kitoga edi ijo mande perki APC ijo leke do mi support ale do si memo laga dora ama el si wane ngaru kipiri ama el si to ngaru kipiri ama leaders chichi poso ndondo ga ta dini badile ne ngaru ke mai kipiri ata mo java ama invite va discarded asku de ringa ba muva advice di ba mbogoni muke laptida ba muva fela amani ama ima sheki akipire mai kindi emba ba ngaru ke mai kindi businessmen che rike mai kindi ama yu kokindi okonya nyuziba okoduziba mai kindi ama java ama evil youth kindi ati de do youth ba de kimi ndem faida ko la ma alemira mi faida manichi so ajudo si jomingi ko imemu tariki kalina da lo simba deni angubano ngele riyad afa bomve riyad afa Arua Islamic primary school ga amarida sana mungu de dem ke mikila leta saro bokora memu anisa to baba ko memu anisa usodo amjo mitin garo o so joni sala baba azga be cham mitin garo mitin lo jamne dro jikoli so amonve medo siare imenje matiriki menje mazorki imi vanje da mo pepriki kan ko imi atipika amadriki aya imi va atipika matipika na va mo pepriki ijo do yare anjum veki mine jirkende mo perki imi mijo do yare ndo va ser va chirfe mukeni ajujo kiru udukudo disezila donga disi awat 4 from Bogoro.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, viewers, for watching this show. And in his concluding remarks, which he spoke in Lugbara language, was emphasizing on the issues of misusing social media, especially TikTok, by some people from Aringa, whom he said sometimes tend to use TikTok to abuse people instead of using it for other productive issues like advertising and so on. So we have come to the end of the show, and we thank you so much for watching. This show has been hosted by me, Osuta Yusuf, and our guest was Ezama Mizamil, the chairperson for Aringa Arua Community Association. And stay tuned so that the next segment, the next program, we are going to bring